Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it. You already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. Let's get to the intro. I remixed it. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate the support, man. I'm very humbled by it. So look at all these rumors surrounding us every day. Man, I happened to turn on social media, man, and the rumors kept on flying, right? Look, first of all, it's always going to be justice for baby Emmanuel, justice for Promise, justice for the people out there, and especially a lot of love and respect for the people that out there that are continuing the strive, continuing the search, continuing to go out there day after day to his memorial and to support, man. Support is what we need in times like this to hold monsters, Richueca, Lumpy Butt, and of course, Jake the Snake accountable. Now, Jake held himself accountable, as we all know, pleading guilty. Finally, he did something correct in his fucking miserable ass life, and he pleaded guilty. We all knew he was guilty, and he finally figured it out himself. You know, he shedded tears, but no more stupid tears for those sucker. I'll let you figure out what rhymes with that. I'll say this, though. I turned on the TV, man, and I seen that on the Tira had entered the chat, right? And he was doing a video. And first of all, I want to send my respects out to him for continuing the good fight, right? And for whatever reasons he's doing it for, man, it's good, man. You know, he's going to continue to be a voice for baby Emmanuel. He's going to continue to go out there and put out content regarding the situation. And I can't be mad at him for that, man. Right or wrong, he's doing it. And that's a lot more than everyone else is doing. And so I got to respect it. But I'll say this. I tuned in this morning and I see that he does a video, right? And I was pretty concerned because I got a mysterious text message the other day. So let me go into that because that leads into this, right? And in that text message, it was a female, and she told me, "Hey, Gun, we got something big. We just found something big, and it's going to change this whole case." And I kind of got back at her like, and I could tell she was a female. She was under a female pseudonym, right? Or maybe it was a man, but he was acting like a chick, you know, so he was showing his female tendencies. Either way, I reached back and I was like, yeah, well, what's up? Let me know. Give me the heads up till I'm fed up. Now, that's hard. Let me know what's going on so I can put it out there. And they were like, look, I could just tell you this, what we just found, and we're out here looking for baby Emmanuel, and what we found changes everything. So I was under the assumption, perhaps they found some remains, okay? Because a body, baby Emmanuel's body, unfortunately, is never, ever going to be found intact, okay? Various reasons. One, it's been way too long, and that body, unfortunately, I hate to say this, because mijo is mijo, but it's been decomposed. It's gone, right? If they threw it in the trash, there's hundreds of pounds of trash on top of him. If they just threw him out anywhere, out in the field, then, of course, there's animals that could have got a hold of him. You got to understand, a baby's bones are not, you know, fully hardened. So eventually in that hot 115-degree weather out there in Cabazon in the desert and that area, it's going to take its toll on the body no matter what, right? Now, there was, and it's unofficial, man, but there was people that said that they caught Jake or Rebecca buying lye and, of course, buying a hacksaw. And if those tools were used, because according to the detectives, there was a lot of blood found in the household, right? So that could only be from not just Rebecca's fucking pussy bleeding, right? But that had to be from probably baby Emmanuel getting dismembered. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but that's just the facts, right? And if that's the case, man, and if he was dismembered and put in a body and lye was thrown on him, then there's not a body to be found. But still, I was hopeful that these people quite possibly found some remains or something that the body could have been stored in, right? And that it was going to break the case wide open. Now, I said already, Jake has pled guilty. So even if they found baby Emmanuel right now, it's not like they could take back his guilty plea and recharge him with something more grisly and heinous, right? It is what it is. He took second-degree murder. He's probably going to do 25 to life. That fucker is out the way, right? We don't have to worry about him. But Richueca Willie Lumpbutt is still going to trial. She's still on course to have her voice be heard, her defense be heard. before a jury, right? So at the same time, in the meantime, in between time, that would greatly affect what she's got going on, right? She could quite possibly, they could drop them charges and that even more. So that would change the whole game for her. For Jake, it's going to do nothing. For Jake, it might push him to telling the true story to what happened, but he doesn't have to say anything anymore because he's already pled guilty and he's out the way, like I said. Now, this morning, I happened to stumble on the Tira's channel, right? And it was a video that was posted on TikTok, and he was out in the vicinity, out in an area of, it looked like a field right off the side of a road and some train tracks. And he was talking about, we have a big discovery. Something's been found that might change everything, right? On the Tira. And I was like, oh shit. I stay tapped in, tuned in because, he has a lot, he does his homework and there's a lot of good things he puts out. There's a lot of people that go in on him about the whole cancer situation, all that. I am not one of them, man. I believe that man is sick, and whatever that man does in life, man, he's going to feel the repercussions for his actions. And you know what? I don't like to see anyone out there that's sick, man, going out there, putting in this work or doing what he's doing and people hating on it. You like him or you don't like him, that's up to you. I've never disliked the Vato, man. Sometimes I think some of the things he does is a little outlandish and funny, but that's neither here nor there, man. He still is the reason why a lot of this case was broke through, the baby Emmanuel case, and I'll forever respect him for that. He had Mijo's back, and I'm sure Mijo appreciated it, right? And that's just how that goes. But, so I'm watching this video, and he says, we might found something possibly that could be involved in this case, and it's something suspicious, right? And so he shows what looks like a garbage bag with rocks on it. And I'm not going to lie, he says in the video, that people have looked inside the bag. Now, I don't know what the fuck people would do looking inside the bag, and that it looked like there was possibly a body or flesh or something that could be misconstrued as such, right? Then he shows another bag, and it's him talking to someone else. I guess they discovered it. These people discovered it. They're still looking for baby Emmanuel, or maybe they're just in the area and they gave on the Tira a call because they found something that was suspicious. And it's a bag with a dirty diaper, and then it looks like there's some stuffed animals or whatever. So, of course, you see that, your antennas go up, you're on alert, with everyone looking for baby Emmanuel. Not everyone, but people still out there looking. Anytime you see a suspicious bag thrown in the middle of the desert with rocks on it, hey, what do you think it is? Okay, so immediately this guy breaks out his fucking cell phone, and he calls the authorities, and he's doing it on camera. He wants us to see him calling the cops. And he calls them and he tells them straight up, hey, there's a suspicious bag we found out here. He alludes to the case, the Haro case, the baby Emmanuel case. And the authorities pull up. And they pull up and they're looking through the bag, right? And you could distinctly hear the cop say, and at first he's looking for a while, and on the Tira's filming it, and I'm tripping out like, oh shit, did they find him? If they did, I'm going to make a video. I'm happy because at least we could put him to rest properly. At least that'll put the nail in the coffin of Rebecca and Jake. There's a lot of things, if, and if would have if, we'd all be drunk, right? E40 said it, and now I'm saying it. But if didn't pan out because when the authorities looked into it, it was a cop, not even a detective, which I don't understand why the detectives didn't show up on the scene with someone leaving a tip like that saying, hey, this quite possibly could be a body. But immediately you hear on the Tira say, hey, the bag, I didn't bring the bag over here. Someone else drug it out. There was like an overpass, it looks like, where a train goes over and it's real dark under there. I guess someone found this mysterious bag and pulled it out and then put rocks on it, maybe so it wouldn't blow away. I don't know. But once this cop looks in the wood side in the bag, you can distinctly hear him say, man, this ain't nothing but trash in here. It's just filled with trash. And then on the Tira says, hey, better safe than sorry, man. I just thought it was suspicious, thought I alert. Look, respects, homie, for being on your shit and for doing it the right way. I've always said, man, if people find something suspicious, yeah, you got to call it in, man, especially when you're looking for a child. There is no snitching when it comes involved looking for a baby. There's a baby that's missing and dead out there. We know he's dead now because his father admitted to killing him, right? So if you could find anything, you immediately contact the detectives or the authorities. Let them deal with it. In this case, that's what on the Tira did. Respects for him not touching the bases. I didn't touch it. And that's cool because he gets so much hatred with contaminating the crime scenes and stepping all over the crime scenes. I'm glad that he took the time to alert the authorities. Now, again, there was no body found. And these people that left me these cryptic messages talking about they had something big coming out, it was going to change everything. I'm still waiting to see what that is because obviously they didn't find baby Emmanuel yet. Because if they did, there would have been a press conference. The detectives are definitely going to put out there that they're the ones who discovered the body thanks to reliable sources or whatever. There's no way they're going to let just a regular old person like Ana Tira, myself, or anyone else take the credit for finding baby Emmanuel. But here's the facts and here's the truth. Truth is, Willie Lumpbutt, Rebecca, man, we want her to suffer by any means necessary, right? And I'm kind of glad they didn't find baby Emmanuel just yet, because I think that would be a basis for Rebecca to say, I didn't even know he was there. The dad took him, whatever. She's going to blame fucking Jake. Okay, Jake already admitted guilt. So like I said, it doesn't affect him one way or the other. Someone got at me and they were like, hey, if they do find a body, does Jake get no, that's double jeopardy. He's already admitted guilt. He only has one more phase to go through before his ass goes to the SNY yard. And that's the penalty phase. That means they're going to give him whatever time they're going to give him. And I'm here to tell you guys right now, straight up, man, fuck them. He's getting 25 to life. He's getting deuce 5 with the Izel. And that's it. Izel, you know what I'm saying? Hey, little Izel taking a shit. No, that was Smokey, right? Either way, that's it. He's done. As far as Willie Lumpbutt goes, Richueka Haro, she's still got a fucking mountain to climb. Okay, someone was like, hey, stop disrespecting her, calling her lumpy butt. Look, bro, did you see when the cop put her in that cop car and she bent over the Grand Canyon, the crevice, and it wasn't in the middle, it was more to the right cheek? Her shit was indented. From that moment on, I said, oh, she got a lumpy butt. Straight up, that's Willie Lumpbutt. And that's how I'm going to roll from here on out, right? I'm not going to ever respect Jake and Rebecca. I'm not going to respect Jake because not only is he a child murderer, but he's a child abuser. And I'm definitely not going to respect a woman who said he would never do anything to my children. Well, bitch, he did. And you did too. And you're going to suffer. So, baby Emmanuel has not been found yet. And the facts are, he's probably never going to be found. Okay? I hate to hurt hearts, but I'm a realist and I keep it real. I somehow think, man, I could hope that his remains will be found. But is there any remains left after going on 3 months? Is there any? Okay, this shit happened on August 14th when he was reported. They're saying he died anywhere from August 5th to 10th. Okay, we are now in October, almost Halloween time. Okay, it's over. The body will not be found. They did not preserve this baby. Mijo is not preserved. These people were horrible, terrible people, and I believe they dismembered him and scattered him and threw him away. You know, Jake said already he threw him in the trash. So that's, you know, we don't know if he's telling the truth or lying. He's a habitual liar and a habitual piece of shit. You know, how can you be a habitual piece of shit? There's Jake doing this. There it is. You could be one by being named Jake Harrell. And Rebecca's worse because she knows he's a child abuser. She still has children with this man and she still allows him to be around her children. That's why her family don't fuck with her in the first place. Because she's with the fucking weirdo. And we're not even going to get into Sylvie. Where's Sylvie at? Where's the magic disappearing sister? The other lumpy butt. I ain't even gonna lie, man. She can get it if she ever came into proximity to me. I'll beat the whole fucking testimony out of her. Oh, he did it. He did it. Bitch, I already knew he did it. I just want to hit it, right? Look, she ain't that pretty. I'm just bullshitting you guys. I wouldn't touch her with your shit. But I will say this. Where's all that? Oh, my brother would never do that. Your brother did it 3 times over already. 3 times crazy. Keep it on the real. The real is both these individuals will suffer. Don't worry. Have no fear, baby Emmanuel. We are here. These people we're going to get justice for these children, and these people are going to suffer. We don't need baby Emmanuel's body to do that. We would hope that people would find it. And yes, we were very highly upset when the detectives decided to call off the search. Not because they decided to call off a search on a baby, but because they called off the search so quick. Do you understand that the search was called off actually 2 days after Rebecca reported the bullshit at Big Five? Hola, no la, bitch. They called it off. They didn't believe that. We didn't believe that. On the Tira has entered the chat. Definitely didn't believe that. And so they proceeded to just go into this murder investigation minus a body because they know some information that we don't know. So for the people that are still out there looking for baby Emmanuel, respects, man. I appreciate you getting down the way you're getting down and going out there and doing something more than anyone else is doing. But at the same time, when people think that they found his body, like, we got it. You shouldn't post anything until you know. You know, don't be clickbaited by the title of this video because nope, he was not found. And I don't believe he will be. Pobrecito, unfortunately, right? And I wish in my heart of hearts, man, that we could. But it's not going to happen. So, I was asked another question. Is Jake being recharged for promise? Unfortunately, no. But it doesn't matter at this point. And I'm going to explain to you. Don't get mad at me. Why it doesn't matter. Everything matters, right? because Promise is definitely getting her justice by this fucking whack-ass monster getting 25 to life. That means he's never going to come into contact with children again. He's never going to have that opportunity to have more children. So everything is everything. As far as being recharged, once you are sentenced to a charge, once you are found guilty and sentenced, they can't get you again. That's double jeopardy. Okay, they can't eventually recharge you because the district attorney or the judge fucked it up. That's not how it goes. Now, if he was to appeal his charges, which you can't once you plead guilty, but if he was to appeal his charges and all this and that, right, and they could find something that it could only help him to his benefit, he got a deal on that one. That one is wrapped up and done. Right now, it's all about baby Emmanuel, and them charges are what's holding him as far as that gun case as well and his violations of probations. And that's what he's dealing with in his false information to police officers, which is a misdemeanor, so it doesn't really mean shit. Everyone lies to the cops. It's in the handbook. You're supposed to, right? Now, as far as Rebecca goes, her penalty phase is far off. She still has court. So everything that happens, if baby Emmanuel was found, yes, it could affect her one way or the other. But the facts are he's probably not going to be found, man. You know, just imagine the heat in the desert. Just imagine the animals. Just imagine being thrown in a landfill with trash. A little baby, 7-8 months. He was a baby. He's still small. You know, it's crazy that we sit here and we talk about it like it ain't really nothing, but it really is something big. That's why I continue to make these videos, because I'm not going to stop until Rebecca's ass is locked up forever, until Jake is locked up forever. We're halfway there, though. All the hard work of On the Tira, all the hard work of myself, all the hard work of Dolly Vision, all the hard work of everyone else who participated, whether it was in the search or doing content or keeping this fucking shit pushing, everyone deserves a hand. Everyone deserves a hug. Everyone deserves a mean mug and a shoulder shrug, right? Whatever it is you want to give them, but we don't deserve his hate. And when I'm being told, oh man, we got something that's going to blow the lid off this, I don't disrespect the people, but I'm like, hey man, don't talk that shit. Don't talk no shit. Won't be no shit, right? Don't talk nothing unless you really know, because you get people really thinking like, oh man, is there a possibility? Is there a chance? Now, On the Tira did the right thing, you know, but when he said, oh, there's flesh and there's something, like there was nothing but trash in there. Where do you get flesh and blood and all this from trash, bro? You know, I understand about clickbait and I understand about trying to make the story a little bit more more drama, more hotter than it is. But we're talking about a baby here that's missing. We're talking about a baby that's deceased. We don't need any more drama than that. That's more than enough. Way more than we ever wanted, right? So it just is what it is. Anyways, I just wanted to put out there, if you see anyone saying, hey, we found baby Emmanuel, he's found, that's just people jumping to conclusions. We remember what happened last time someone jumped to conclusions. He got a lot of hatred for it. Last time On the Tira was like, hey, they found the baby. He's right here. Jake is leading him to the body. And it wasn't none of that, right? And the homie got a lot of hate because of that. Hate that he probably shouldn't have got, but I understand he jumped the gun. I would have said the same damn thing. He was trying to be, he was trying to push it to the limit. He was trying to be the first one, you know, to break the news, and it just didn't work out. Shit happens like that. Social media, man. Hey, we're moving quick. Time's moving fast. We're all part of Group 7, right? It's all moving. All I know is this, man. If anyone puts anything out there that they found him, best believe there would be a press conference first. The authorities are always going to take credit for everything. They're going to let you know. If I put something out there myself saying, hey, he quite possibly may have been found or whatever, I won't. So don't even worry about that, man. I'm just going to keep it real, man, and say I don't think he'll ever be found. But I think at this point, what we need to do is everybody contribute to a real memorial for Mijo, and wherever they figure they want to bury him, maybe find like a toy or clothing. I know his parents, I don't even like to say his parents, fucking Rebecca and Jake, Lumpy Butt and Jake the Snake, they threw away all his pictures, everything. But if you can, you know, find something, anyone could find something that was really actually his, and maybe put that in the memorial and bury that, because that's about as close as we're going to get to him. We don't got no shot records, no birth certificates, no nothing like that. Nothing that we can concrete say is him. Maybe a toy or something. That's about as close as we're going to get. It's so unfortunate. It's such a mystery still. Without Jake and Rebecca admitting it and being real and being the sorriest piece of shits that they are, they have not even yet. Look at, yeah, Jake admitted he killed somebody. He has not admitted what he did with them. He has not admitted why. There is no why. Are we ever going to get a why? Why would you kill a fucking 7-month-old? What did he do that was bad that made you do that? Kind of weirdo are you? And the mom is worse. A mother. Look, my mother, she used to beat the shit out of me, but she never killed me, right? But when she beat me, I deserved it. It wasn't that bad, right? But we're talking about a woman that actually let a man or participated in killing her child for what? For so he could fucking pull his skin back on his fucking uncircumcised shit and get you? Ugh, gross with all the lump butt, right? Anyways, all I'm going to say is, man, no one's found baby Emmanuel yet. And people that are claiming that they have, they're full of shit. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people. Justice for baby Emmanuel. Mijo, we're going to find you. We might find you in spirit, homie, and not in body. But we're going to find you. Bang, bang.